was when the going gets tough, the tough go shopping. Yeah, and so forth. Yeah, actually, I noticed yesterday, Karen, the delay is like a year. Okay, that wasn't bad. That was about 15 seconds. It was like 40 seconds yesterday. Yeah. All right. Well, that's not bad. Yeah, that's acceptable. So I'm going to show my two games, and I'm going to show them in reverse order because the game I lost is fresh in my mind. I I don't think in my life I've played in a strong tournament like Foxwoods, Chicago Open, World Open, National Open, US Open, those kind of tournaments that have like, 10, 20, 30 grandmasters and 9 rounds, like that. And I've had 7 decisive games to start. I've played in round robins where I started with 7 draws, more than once. In fact, I played in a round robin, Karen, where you needed +3 for a GM norm, and I drew my first 7 games, won my last 2. As soon as I couldn't get the norm, then I was right on it. Yeah, I usually draw like half my games when I play in strong tournaments. Where there's like FMs, IMs, and GMs. Now, I played in a round robin in Chicago that was for IM norms, and I was too strong for the tournament. And I had 7 wins, a loss, and a forfeit win. My opponent didn't show up. So I got 8 out of 9. So I won the tournament by like 3 points. In the game I lost, I was +4. And the guy that I lost to, I've beaten every game I've ever played ever. And then I lost to him when I was +4. And then he's drawn me since. But anyway, I don't think anybody's okay. Somebody's here. I don't think it notified yet, or maybe it did.
Yeah, Max has.
Oh, it did notify. Yeah. Anyway, I have 4 wins and 3 losses, which is crazy. If I finish with 6 wins and 3 losses, which seems unlikely, that'd be a nice tournament because I didn't think I would get 6 points, mainly because I don't play, and I thought I would play better people. I thought I would get paired up like 3 times and down 6 times. So I was hoping to get like 5 or 5.5. So having 9 decisive results is crazy for me. So that would be nice to do that. I'd like to do that. So I'm on my way. I guess I could guarantee it by losing my next 2 games. Now, you guys don't know this for obvious reasons. You know what it is, Karen? You don't know anything. The U.S. Championship used to have a prize for the most fighting player. And one of the rules was you had to get at least 50%. You can't just lose all your games. Okay. So Emery Tate, he had 9 decisive games. And he beat a Kobe in the first round by destroying him. Then the rest of the tournament, he lost paired up and 1 paired down. No draws. He didn't get the fighting prize because he had 4 wins and 5 losses. So he wasn't eligible. Truth hurts. Anyway, yeah, Emery was a very, very, very interesting guy. Very interesting. I know stuff I can never tell anybody ever. And also, one of his children's like the world kickboxing champion. His daughters. Anyway, okay, so I have this stream up on Karen's computer. She's logged in as Karen, so I'm watching it. Anyway, this is the game I just lost. I think since I've become an IM in 1990, this is the worst game I've ever lost ever. And even in 1 minute, no. And in slow rated FIDE chess, this is the worst game I've ever lost. Although I did lose in 10 moves once, but this was worse. It lasted longer, but it was worse because that's what she said. Okay, so this was my prep for the game. I knew I was playing Moliar, and when I do face the G3 King's Indian, I usually play C6 Bishop F5, and I haven't analyzed it too much. I've played it a few times. I had a nice win versus Anatoly Lane. I beat Yermo's wife, who's an IM, but I was worse the whole game. In fact, I might have played Queen A5 that game. And then I drew somebody. I don't remember who. Anyway, so C6 Bishop F5 has been played by Carlsen and Caruana, but they played it after I did. And normally white plays B3 or knight H4. I think I faced them both. And I prepared this before the game for like 20 minutes. Fortunately, I didn't notice that I knew Moliar played G3 against the King's Indian. And I thought he had no games with C6 Bishop F5 because I prepared in like 15 minutes. And it turns out he did have a game in the US Open a couple of years ago against Nizhnik. And he played Rook E1. Knight E4 is the right move. That's the point. Queen B3. And then normally what you want to do is trade knights and put your bishop on E4 to oppose this bishop. Well, I can't do that because my b pawn's hanging. And if I don't trade knights, he can play knight h4, attacking my bishop. Now, with his queen on d1, if he plays knight h4 and I take his knight, I'm attacking his queen. After queen b3, knight takes knight doesn't attack his queen. So now knight h4 is annoying. Anyway, so I didn't know rook e1, queen b3, but I played correctly. I took. And this is a game Amadrov Carlsen from like a year or two ago. And Carlsen played queen c8. Queen c8's better than queen c7, although I'm not 100% sure why. No, nobody ever plays queen c7. They always play queen c8. And it's not because of bishop h3. Nobody ever plays bishop h3. So, I mean, one reason, and I've seen it before, is black sometimes plays knight to c7. Obviously, you can't play knight c7 if your queen's on c7. There might be another reason. I just don't know what it is. Anyway, bishop c8's also played. That would have been better than what I did. Anyway, I played queen c7, which is still playable. He played e4. And now I was confused. I thought forever here, and I thought my game was terrible. And after the game, he said, you could just play here. And that's actually a lot of Grandmaster games, like bishop g4, and like, yeah, white's slightly better. And I didn't want to give up my two bishops. So he was planning on like playing c5, and if I take bishop f4. But bishop g4 is many Grandmaster games. And Nizhnik actually played bishop c8 against Michael, but he thought Nizhnik played queen c8, so he forgot. Anyway, so I played very bad move, bishop c8, and I was basically analyzing bishop c8 and bishop e6. I didn't like bishop e6. I don't like anything, but bishop g4 is playable. So anyway, so I played here. I totally misunderstood the move e5. I just thought e5 was a random legal move. It's really good. That's why you should play bishop f3. Then if e5, you can just take the knight. Pawn's hanging. So I just thought e5, shme5. Like, I didn't care. Problem is, if it's white's move, white takes on d6, bishop f4. And then black's position is terrible. c5 is coming, winter is coming. Yeah. So I took, and when I took, I misunderstood what was happening. When I did take, which is okay, I thought I could play knight d7, and I assumed he would play bishop f4, but then I realized he just takes it. I can't take with the bishop because I lose my e-pawn. So I take with the queen, and I'm like, this is no good. Like, bishop g5 is good, bishop a3 is good, and then I have to play some stupid move. And they plays rook b1 and c5 and d5. I can't do anything. And the computer says white's like +1. Like, this is better than what I did, but I mean, it's terrible. So d takes e5 is actually fine. My position is not, bishop c8 is a bad move. I shouldn't play bishop c8 and queen c7. I should play one of them. If I'm going to play bishop c8, leave my queen on d8, so I have a tempo to develop with knight d7 and e5 and so forth, mainly. And so forth. Yeah. No, you don't play knight h3. That's why you don't play bishop h3. That's why you're Canadian national master. As I pointed out, to trying to learn Canadian national masters at 1100 USCF. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that good. Okay, so I played bishop f5, which is really bad. He played bishop f4, and I played queen c8. And he thought a long time here, and he played a non-computer move, which I lost immediately to. I thought I was lost here. I think I am lost. I think if two super GMs playing, white scores like 85%. He could play h3 or g4. It's very complicated because my queen is doing double duty here. So I got to watch it. Anyway, he played c5, and I didn't see what he was doing. So the only move is bishop e6, and I thought like c4, and I'm just crushed. Like, I'm just getting crushed. Like, I can't move. My engine doesn't like c4 as much as knight c4. Knight c4 is a weird move. Problem is he's going to play rook b1 later. Oh, I stopped rook b1 when I played bishop f5. So this is losing, but I should fight better. I just didn't see his next move. So I played knight d7, and he thought maybe 20, 25 minutes here. And I thought he was going to play knight c4, and I thought his game was pretty good. It is pretty good. And I totally missed knight takes f7. I didn't see it. Like, he played, and I was like, what? I realized I was lost when he played. I just didn't see it. And then the rest of the game is just forced. I could resign here. I wasn't going to resign here.
I don't see why this.
Right, well, I have to take it.
Okay.
Okay, he plays rook takes, threatening queen takes rook check.
Oh, okay.
So I have to play queen f8. You'll agree soon.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
Okay, so I have to play queen f8. All right. Then he plays bishop d6. Now he's threatening rook takes knight, and my queen's attacked. You see what I'm saying?
I see that.
And I can't defend my knight is defended, but my queen's attacked.
Yeah.
I can't move my queen because f7. So I played the practical move. The computer move, which I saw, and I'm like, well, that's lost. I can't do that, is bishop c2. The reason I didn't play bishop c2, I was convinced that this wins easily, and I was convinced that this also wins. Although the engine says queen takes b7 is only plus 2.5, which is winning. But anyway, I'll show you why I didn't play bishop c2. He takes my rook this way. I take his queen. He takes my queen. I take his queen, or rook. He takes this. And I'm down 2 pawns and worse. So as the engine says, like +4. I'm like, well, like this is untenable. So, I mean, I tried to play trickier, but didn't. So I played knight f6. That's like the human move. Okay, he played rook takes b7, attacking my queen. And if I move my queen, he takes my rook. So I have to play queen e8. So I keep on the rook. Yeah, okay, you agree. And I thought he would play bishop c6. That's what I was expecting. But then I played bishop e6, and he's winning, but it's close. I mean, when I say it's close, it's not close. Played rook e7, and now I have to go back to f8 because you see why.
Yeah.
Okay. And they thought a long time. He thought like 10 minutes here. He played bishop takes c6. That's the best move. Okay. So the problem is, if it's his move, he just takes all my pieces. He takes my here twice, then my rook's hanging. So I have to move my rook. But I can't move my rook. So I resigned because that's better than... Okay. So I have 2 moves. Rook here. I have 2 moves. Okay. The problem is, if I play either move, let's play this one. Okay. Now he plays rook b7 or a7, doesn't matter. I thought a7. The computer says b7. They're both +0. And he's threatening my queen again. Remember when he threatened my queen, I kept playing queen e8? Can't play queen e8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, yeah. Okay. All right. So I thought I would play, instead of resigning, rook d8. And the idea is then take this. Because my queen's attacked. And then I looked at this and I was like, God damn. Okay. So he's threatening rook a8.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's threatening to just go here. And I can't move. +9. That's because this engine's weak. If we had like the one that does Magnus's games, it'd be like +30. Yeah. So I resigned after bishop c6. I've never been run over like that. And I've been run over. Like literally. Yeah. Thanks for all the donations and bits. Nobody's giving anything. Yeah. 224 viewers. Also, it says surprise Foxwoods morning stream. That's probably why they're not donating. I can't even edit it. I can't edit it now? Oh, I can't edit it because I'm logged in as you. Yeah. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It's a surprise Foxwoods evening stream. It's the morning somewhere. Like if you're in India, it's the morning. Yeah. Anyway, Karen drew the last round. She had a bad position. Her opponent offered her a draw. And he was 1799.
Yeah.
So she drew the highest rated player in the section. And she had a full point by this morning. So Karen got more points than me today. Yeah. Okay. So I've never been beat that bad by anybody ever. Right. Now, the funny thing is, my morning game was crazy. It was 1,000% tactics. And when the game ended, I was like, Jesus, the computer's going to crucify me. And the computer said we played well. So, I mean, like, very tiny mistakes. So that was, I mean, I played great this morning. Good for me. Not great for, like, Carlson. Maybe for, like, maybe for Wesley So or something. Okay. So let me show you the morning game, and then I'll get out. I'm out. Your job's done. Get out. Okay, so I went against Talia, who's my former student, and I was pretty sure I was going to win. No.
You were what?
Pretty Shire is going to win.
Shire.
Yeah. Her name's Talia.
Oh.
Okay. And they don't get it on the stream, but you should get that. Yeah. 100 centidues from Fractal Flowers. I made $1 this stream. Thank you.
Yay.
Yeah. So no, I basically, if I'm correct, I'm not saying I'm correct. I've won the last 3 days the morning round and lost the evening round. Is that right? Yeah. I won my first round at night. See, I was born at night. I won my first round at night, Wednesday night. Then I won in the morning, lost in the evening, won in the morning, lost in the evening, won in the morning, lost in the evening. Yeah.
And you said you weren't a morning person.
Well, I'm not, but I got white in the morning and black in the evening. So I won with black my first round against Doofus. Then I won. Then white went 6-0 in my games. Now you have to understand, I always draw a lot of games. If you look at my tournament history, which you can look at MSA and USCF, I draw all my games. If somebody's over 2,300, we draw a lot. So I've never played 7 consecutive rounds without drawing, like ever. Like, it's weird. And my games are pretty decisive. Anyway, I played pretty well this game. So, yeah. Anyway, so I played Old Man Chess in the opening. A donation? What the mother? 200 bits. Thanks, Trying to Learn. Thanks for the $2. Should I holler? Man, Karen's on her phone talking on her stream here. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, I played E4 because I thought if Talia played the Sicilian, I'd play Queen takes D4. I used to be her coach. So, I mean, I know her opening repertoire. She knows mine. And she played this, which means she's going to play the Berlin. And then here it hit. She does that too sometimes. And then I was like, oh, I know what to do. In this position, I'll play C4. Okay, because it's explosive. Then, if she plays knight F6, I'll play here. This is a line in the English that I played way before she was born. And I faced it a lot as a kid because there's a guy in Michigan that you never heard of who played this all the time. It should go C4, E5, all 4 knights out, then E4. 420. Forget what I was going to say. Thanks, Fractal Flowers. Light them up. All right. It's funny how it's Hitler's birthday, and Hikaru gave a simul in Atlanta today. I had to leave, of course. I'm here. Yeah. Anyway, so Bishop B4 is the main move. I thought Bishop C5 was discredited. That's what I usually face. But actually, it's okay. Bishop C5 is playable. And this position I had with black once when I was about 12 years old. And I played Bishop D6, which is terrible. Then after C5, white's maybe winning. Maybe. I got crushed. She played the right way. And in this position, there's actually a lot of Grandmaster games. I thought this was just bad for black, but it's not. Black actually does fine here. Queen D4 is the old move. And recently, Super GMs are playing Queen F3, including Magnus versus Geary. Floto09 or Floto09, thanks for the subscription. So I thought forever here I made a terrible move. This is my only bad move of the game. My other bad moves went from like +1 to 0.8. All right, this is the only bad move. So Queen F3 is the best move. Now, that's what the Super GMs are playing. Queen D4 is the old move. I played Queen G4. This is just bad. And she took. And I thought forever. Because my intention when I played Queen G4 was insane. I was intending on playing A3. And my thought process was, if she plays the move Bishop F8, defending her G pawn, so now when I take back, my pawn structure is absurd, and she can play D6, attacking my queen. I'm just worse. Okay. I thought I could play Bishop G5 here. I totally missed D6. And then I'm like, much worse. Much worse. See, what I want to do is I want her to go here so I can take on G7 and take on C3. Well, if I want to take on G7, and I move my queen, how am I going to take on G7? The answer is if I play Queen G3. But then if she plays knight E4, because I'm down a piece. Frogger, subscribe, thank you. So I was like, oh, I can't play Bishop G5 here. I have to take, and I'm just worse. So I was like, oh, well. So this is funny. Always play Bishop F8, and she should play Bishop F8. So I was like, okay, a3 is no good. So I thought forever, and I played bishop d2, which is a better move. And my analysis was if she takes on a2, I take on g7. And the computer says this is about equal. I thought I was better, but the computer doesn't say I'm better. Okay. And now, after the game, I told her she should castle. And the idea that she might have been afraid of, maybe, was if I take this, I'm threatening her bishop, and I'm threatening bishop h6. Well, she can play bishop a5, and I can't play bishop h6 because this is hanging with check and this is hanging. So I just have a horrible pawn structure. So after castling, she's better. Okay, now she was my student for like a year and a half, and unfortunately she followed my rule. Now if I play a3, bishop f8 is correct. After bishop d2, bishop f8 is insane, and she's lost. And she played bishop f8. Really bad move. Really bad. And now when I take, I don't have that messed up pawns, and she's set up for the next game. Okay, d6, queen g3. And I'm really proud of this move. Because when I played bishop takes c3, I already saw it. This position, I can take either way, right? And if I take and she plays queen e7, I'm better, but like a little bit. But I don't want to trade queens because black's got this action going on. So I played a really good move. Like when I played it, I was proud of myself, bishop d3. Because I want to castle queenside. And unlike Talia, I know the queenside castling rules. I told you that story. You forgot?
She had moved.
Yeah. The first time I ever played Talia was in a rated blitz tournament in St. Louis. I played queen takes d1. She played king takes d1. Like I moved 7. She played king e1 later, then she castled kingside. And I was like, you move your king? She's like, oh yeah. So I win. Game's over. So I want to castle queenside, but it's illegal. So bishop d3 does several things. Let me show you what else it does. If I play bishop takes e5 and she plays bishop b4 check, what do I do? That's right. I don't know. However, after bishop d3, now if I play bishop takes e5 at some point and she plays bishop check, I can play king f1. And then I still have my attack. Or king d1. I can do either one. And that's why queen f6 is no good. Because I play bishop takes e5, bishop b4, king f1, and then it's forking everything. She's getting crushed. So after bishop d3, she fought forever. And the computer says I'm winning. Bishop d3 is really good. Okay, she played queen e7, which is okay. And I castled, and I thought I thought the game was over. I thought I'm going to win this in like 3 or 4 more moves. She's going to resign. Yeah. And you can see like the numbers are getting serious. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she played the best move that I never, ever, ever saw. Ever. And when she played it, I was like, what? I was like, what? And it was the best move. I'm a great teacher, something. Okay, so she played g6. And I was like, g6? And the idea is she wants to play bishop check and then castle. I kept looking at her trying to castle queenside like bishop d7. So now I thought forever. Now, a lot of you guys on the Discord, your analysis is terrible. Your understanding of Stockfish is terrible. Your understanding of human emotion is terrible. The game's super complicated. You're like, Stockfish says this. Why didn't they play this? Okay, we're looking at hundreds of variations, and you guys are looking at computer and go play there. So here I thought forever, and I couldn't decide between bishop e5 and queen e5. And as the game continued, I concluded I made the wrong decision. And Stockfish says I made the right decision. It's a very hard decision because queen takes e5 wins a pawn, and bishop takes e5 doesn't, and I still play bishop e5 after thinking like 20 minutes. And she checks and play castles, and I play h4, which is the best move. See? Yeah. So now I thought she should play rook to e8, and she played a move I didn't see. And the computer says I'm like +2 here because it's equal material, but her c-pawn's hanging. I have a lead in development. My king's safer. I'm older. High rated. That's important for the evaluation. Yeah, see, rook e8. See, I know how to defend. Yeah, that's the best move. Okay, she played a move I never looked at ever. Never. I was like, what? Like, she picked up the piece and moved to square. I'm like, what's that? Bishop g4. That's not good. There's good and there's not good. That's not good. Now, after the game, the 2 moves that I was analyzing, she didn't see either one of them. So I played f3, which she didn't see, because that's just simple. She attacks my rook, I play f3. And then I continue mating her. I looked at h5 for a long time, and the engine goes back and forth into which move is better. My analysis was h5, and she was like, h5? And the computer doesn't take this rook. This computer might, but. And then I take on g6. She has to play. Oh, I didn't even see f6. Wow. This says I'm +6? I analyzed this position for a long time, and I concluded I was winning, and I concluded f3 was an easier win. Oh, I didn't realize how winning this was. Obviously, I'm threatening rook g6 and bishop g6, and they both win. I thought she could play rook f6, but I guess not, because the engine won't play rook f6. Oh, yeah, I just take and take this. Yeah, that's just easy. Yeah. Well, I didn't realize this position was that winning. I thought it was like a little winning. I didn't think it was that winning. Okay. And actually, the computer plays f6, which I didn't see. And then it says I'm like +2.5. Okay. Anyway, I'm glad I didn't play h5 because I don't see why I should do something complicated. F3 is pretty winning. She told me after the game she didn't see f3. She played bishop g4, tagging my rook. I'd play f3. What? What's that?
Bernie Sanders diaper. God, I love Ben.
Wait, he said like no one Stockfish? Yeah. Yeah, now not Fisher. You should look at Stockfish because I've seen your posts on Discord. You should look at Stockfish. Damn. Yeah, I know you don't look at Stockfish. God damn. I mean, you're Canadian, so that's sorry. All right, sorry you're Canadian. Yeah. Okay, so I'm sort of winning here. She played bishop e6. I played h5, and she shocked me. And my engine on my computer, the good one, says she played the best move. I was sure she'd play g5, and I thought I'm just winning because her game sucks. Like, her game's ridiculous. And she played queen g5, which my engine likes more. And I didn't even see the right move here. I just thought I'm winning. I thought everything won. So the right move is queen h2, putting it in h. It's very similar to what I did, except, the rook isn't open. So it's just queen h2 is just better. So I took. I'm threatening mate. You like that? Checkmate. Checkmate. So she has to take with the f1. And I played queen h2, which is fine. And I just totally missed the next move. I thought she was going to resign here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If she doesn't play the next move, resigning is correct. Then resigns is the right move. It recommends it. It says her move then resigns was number 2. Yeah, like you see, I'm all over her like something on something else. Yeah. Why couldn't he play queen captures the bishop? Queens can capture bishops, but my queen is on my other bishop. So if I take this bishop, she takes that one. So don't do that. That's a bishop and a half. Yeah. Okay. And I thought she would resign here, or I would just win everything. Yeah. No, queen h5 I saw. I take everything. I just take the whole file. Queen takes queen, rook takes, and I win. This game's over. I win the whole file. Yeah. I didn't see this move. Very good move. Rook a, excellent move. Let me explain. If I take the free bishop... Ow. Thanks for the subscription, Magic Waffles. Okay, so I'm up a piece. Then she goes here. I take, and she goes here. And I go here, and she goes here. And I'm a pawn up. I'll win a pawn, but it's probably a draw. Probably a draw. Probably. One of the issues I saw was, like bishop f1's coming, and then rook d3 check. Yeah, it's probably a draw. Probably. I might have won because it's an endgame. So I was like, oh, okay. So I played the best move. After rook d8, I played f4. And once again, I thought she resigns. Now, don't look at this. Okay?
I'm not.
Okay. When I tell you this, you're going to look at me like I'm insane. Mm-hmm. If she plays queen e7, I knew what I was going to do. And then the engine's like, that's the best move. It's a move you would never consider ever. When I show you, you'll think I'm insane. But this was, I was going to do it for sure. And it's the number 1 engine move. No, when I tell you, just think like I'm from outer space. What's the last move you would play? The last move. The last move.
The first move I might play.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe there's no block there. I would consider bishop takes g6.
Okay. Now I want you to play the last move you would play. The last move you would play. But it's not a capture. It's not like hanging your queen on purpose.
Yeah.
It's just a move.
Okay, maybe bishop d6.
No, but that's intentionally hanging a piece. I mean, just a random legal move that makes no sense.
I don't know.
Yeah, King A1. Yeah.
Oh.
I was definitely playing King A1.
Oh, that's strange.
King A1.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, 100% I was playing King A1, then I thought she would resign. She didn't play Queen E7. So remember before when she played Rook takes D3 and Bishop F5 pinning my Rook? Yeah, she ain't doing that after King A1. She ain't doing nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for whatever just happened. I don't know what just happened, but thanks.
What a short memory I have.
I heard a noise and I'm looking at the chat and there's nothing there. What happened?
Yeah.
Something just happened. 50-person raid, really? Or it's a joke? Probably a joke. What actually happened? There was a noise and no, I don't see anything. Somebody tell me what happened like a minute ago. It went burning and then 70-person raid, 50-person raid, a sub. Thanks for 3 different answers. Okay, with 53 raid, I believe. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I know I missed it. That's why.
So what happened?
Hold on, I have to ban this person.
Who?
Oh, I can't ban him. I'm Karen.
System wants up. Yeah, you can.
Yes.
I'm a mod.
Yeah, I'm banning him. All right, you're banned.
Who got banned?
I don't know, some idiot. Yeah. He's going to complain like I'm banning me. They have 393 viewers. Why is that number interesting?
Wait. What now?
393 viewers. Why is that number interesting? In the chat, who gets it first?
Oh, I see.
Do you know the answer? Why that's an interesting number?
No.
That's palindrome doesn't matter. It's a chess number.
Oh.
Why is 393 a chess number? I want to ask in the chat. You guys don't know anything. You know, you just forgot. I'll give you a hint. Holden.
Well, I mean, a chess number.
Well, and Holden.
I don't know.
God, people in the chat. Like, you're one person. There's hundreds of people and they don't know. It's the number of ways your king can go from E1 to E8 in 7 moves.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, 393. Yeah. Do you guys remember anything?
No.
Like, she's one person. There's hundreds of you.
I don't remember either.
No, but you're one person. There's hundreds of them, and nobody, they're like, I don't know. Yeah, that was my next guess, obviously. I've given that puzzle on the stream. God, gawking rebel.
I couldn't even remember.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, King A1. I'm a genius. Yeah. Okay, now watch this. So she plays Queen H5. Okay, and I played the best move. I took, and I thought she resigns. So my analysis was Bishop G4, forking the rooks, Rook H6, and I thought taking with the bishop or the rook won. You know why I thought that? Because taking with the bishop or the rook wins. And I was going to take with the rook, threatening this. If she takes this, I do the windmill. And then I could take all that, but I was just going to check here. And then take this rook, and then I get 2 pawns, 2 passed pawns. Okay, so I win. And so I thought instead of rook here, she would play rook Fe8. Rook Fe8. Okay, that gets out of the checkmating thing. And then I was going to play bishop G6. I always play the first move of the engine. This is my analysis. So I'm threatening mate. So how do you stop mate in 1? You got 1 move. Stop mate. You got 1 move. You got to take this, so I don't mate you. Okay, and then I take. And I was like, this has to be winning. See, I was right. It's winning. Yeah. So I was going to do this. This was my intention. Okay. And I think bishop takes H7 also wins. So I thought that was going to happen. She picks her bishop up, and she goes here, which I thought lost immediately because I miscalculated. And when I played F4, I said, okay, I take. She takes check. I go here, and she resigns because all her pieces are hanging. Like bishop E6 check. Roar. And her rook's hanging. Her bishop's hanging. And then I realized when she played bishop F5, she just takes this. And I have to take, and she goes here, and it's an equal endgame. Like, I'm losing this pawn, so it's 4 against 4. But I win this pawn. It turns out my moves are all correct, but I didn't know that. Okay, and the takes here. And now I'm an old man, and she's a young girl. So now I played perfect every move because I'm old. I can't hang my pieces now. So she played a horrible move here. It's very tricky. It's really bad. She played this, which is really bad. So the idea is, let's pretend it's her move. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If she plays check, in this position, I'm going to play bishop e5 if she checks.
Mm-hmm.
After rook f2, if I play bishop e5, she takes it and it's pinned. So I take with the rook and then I lose this pawn. So that's why she played rook f2, to play bishop g7 check. I have a very easy response to stop bishop e7. I just go here. And now she's dead. She can't move any of her pieces. Like, these are trapped. She's trapped all of her pieces. I put my bishop on a great square. So rook f2 was really bad. She was in horrible time trouble. Horrible. Okay, and then I old manned her because I'm an old man. So bishop c3 is not a good move. It doesn't matter. I'm winning anyway. Bishop e5 is a very good move. That was a really good move, bishop e5. And then my technique here was great. She played rook c6, which I didn't see. So I played the best. See, taking this is risky because she has the outside pass pawn. So I played b4 because I wanted to take my rook, and then when I take, I have a protected pass pawn. So I don't care about her pawn then. Just go take it. And then and then my king can stop her h pawn. So my king just stops her h pawn. And now the numbers are sort of silly. It's like, plus 1,000. And she resigned here. On my engine, I'm like plus 9. 9. Yeah. So that game I actually played well, except the first move that was out of theory, queen g4, was terrible. And then she should play castles after bishop d2, and she's better. But she played bishop f8, and she's like lost. Almost lost. Maybe lost. So bishop f8 lost. It was funny, after like 12 moves, all her pieces were on the starting position, and I was attacking and playing crazy. So I have 7 decisive games. For those of you who don't know, which is half of you, that means no draws. And then tomorrow I'll get pared down again. I've been pared down every round. And like that. So the truth hurts. Ban me. Frump is awesome. 415 viewers. Explain why bishop e5 is a good move? Yeah, I should explain that. Yeah. It's called a collinear move, too. Okay, so in this position, this is hard to explain to like you guys, but I'll try. Ugh. Okay, see, I could have a passed E or F pawn.
Mm-hmm.
Passed E pawn's better. And the reason is, when you're stopping my passed E pawn, especially with your king, you're further away from your H pawn.
Mm-hmm.
If the pawns are close together, black can do everything. The other reason is, this pawn's further away from your king has to do a lot of work. The other reason is, I want my pawn to go up the board. I take him up the board. I'm going up. So bishop e5 is a great move. And you can't really take my bishop, but you have to, because I'm just going to do the walk of life. I mean, and then if I do, she's in dire straits. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Did they get it?
Yeah.
No. I mean, yeah. What do you mean, yeah? There's 400 people watching, like 5 people got it. God, are you kidding me? Yeah, this guy's like greatest reference ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why not play rook h8? Well, I misanalyzed rook h8, so I rook h8, didn't like it. Yeah. Dire Straits was a song by Walk of Life. Correct. Correct. Okay. Well, of course we're at 420 in viewers because it's 420. Yeah, and trading is the computer move, but now I pawns to the left of them, pawns to the right of them, shattered and sundered. I was really surprised by rook c6. I didn't see it, but I mean, everything wins, but the way I played wins the easiest. Yeah, the simplest way is the best way. Yeah, okay. Take everything. All right, yeah, if you have an engine here, a real engine, it's like plus 10. Yeah. So, yeah, I've gotten no donations this stream. You guys are great. Yeah. What happened?
Nothing.
Money for nothing? What are you laughing at?
Just the name.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Well, the truth hurts. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I'm playing sort of like me this tournament. I'm missing some stuff. I'm seeing some stuff. Playing slow. The game I lost to Sarkar, I had 2 seconds left when I made the time control. This game I played pretty slow, but I mean, Queen c7 and Bishop c8. Man, you know what Men at Work would say about that?
what?
Queen c7 and Bishop c8. They'd say it's overkill. Defending my b pawn twice. God. Man, terrible. Frankly. Oh, that's also good. The guy said it's a mistake. Also, yeah,
Uh,
that's maybe even funnier. Yeah. Are you going to talk about my game with Moliere? I analyzed my game with Moliere before this game. Where were you? What were you doing all day? Yeah. Anyway, my last stream, I showed 4 of my games. That was this morning. This stream, I showed 2 of my games and analyzed and talked to the chat. And my total donation's like $20. Thanks. You guys are the best. What? Yeah, everybody's the worst. Yeah. 4 plus 2 equals 420. On the stream?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, you have to stream and then we'll analyze your games. You have to analyze on the stream.
Mhm.
Then people won't donate to you. I mean, they'll donate to you, not me. Yeah. Yeah. Unsubbed, unfollowed for Men at Work references. Men at Work's great. Weren't they great? Yeah, exactly.
B.
Yeah, I agree. They're a B. Yeah, they're really good. Underrated. Who's good at Norm in the open section? I don't know. Maybe Cliff Clavin? No. What do you think?
I don't even know who's playing. I don't know who's playing to.
You see what I have to put up with? They said, who's good at Norm in the open section? And I said, Cliff Clavin. God.
Cheers.
Exactly. There you go. Man. Norm is better than Cliff? I mean, Cliff's a character. Norm's better. Yeah.
Cliff,
Cliff's better?
yeah, I like Cliff better.
The Norm? Damn, harsh. 200 sentences. You hear what she said? You hear her talking, hillbilly boy? She's not through with you by a damn sight. She's going to get medieval on your ass, which she does to me sometimes, too. The Ginger. Oh, yeah. I was on Ginger GM stream today. Yeah, I was. Yeah. Karen drew with Kenneth in a very suspicious game.
Very suspicious.
Yeah. Men who did not have hats are better than men without jobs. Yeah, that's also a
I
quote.
can't even believe he offered me a job.
Yep. Well, maybe he thought you misunderstood him because you guys are from Georgia. He offered you a draw, and you just misunderstood.
I was so frightened.
Karen was getting her ass beat, which happens every night almost, and then she drew.
I was up for cereal, but it was not good for me.
You ever getting your ass beat and the person beating your ass offers you a draw? Isn't that weird?
It is weird.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll have to start doing that. I'll offer a draw. You'd be like, what? Crazy. What happened when your opponent blundered mate? I mated him. So chess is a lot harder than you guys understand. You guys do lose all of your games, and then you're like, well, why is chess so hard? And when you're playing in a tournament against a good player, you can't make any mistakes because then you lose. And everybody's always in terrible time trouble. So we have to make lots of moves in no time, and then you miss things. And we don't have the engines helping us like you do. So chess is more difficult than you think. But yeah, there's obviously a lot of mistakes because even in the Super Grandmaster games, there's a lot of mistakes, and we're not Super Grandmasters. So when you analyze with an engine, you'll find lots of mistakes. And you have to put pressure on your opponent, analyze better than they do, and not get in time trouble, and so forth. Mainly and so forth. Also, when you're 49, god damn, the truth hurts. I've never lost a game that badly where I just wasn't in the game at all. I mean, Magnus didn't beat me that badly. Magnus was like, I wish I could beat him that badly. Magnus had a crazy game today against Vincent Kamer, that little kid. Like, Vincent Kamer was much better. Then he was lost. Then it was equal. And then he was better. And then he was worse. The whole game was crazy. Much worse than my games. And then I moved like 64, like Kamer made the losing move in equal position. He lost in 80 moves.
Wow.
I mean, the game was crazy. The game was...
1900 beat Faruja.
Right, now...
Female.
Right, now, what you have to realize is something's wrong with Faruja. So, Faruja's lost more than one game in that tournament to a low-rated player. Yeah. As you know. Seems like you don't know. I think I told you. Yeah, but it's not normal. I think he's psychologically crushed.
Oh.
No, I think that was a tough decision for him.
Oh, to not play.
Yeah, okay. I think after that, yeah. So Faruja is playing in a tournament to qualify for another tournament, like a Super GM tournament.
Oh, yeah.
And he was paired with an Israeli player, and if he plays the Israeli player, he'll get the smackdown when he goes home. Or his family will, or both. So he just forfeited. He didn't show up because he's not allowed to. And then he's lost to a 1900, So I think that wasn't good for his psyche when he's not allowed to play a game. And he's like, oh, well. So the truth hurts. Yeah, I feel bad for him because, I mean, you don't want to have you or your family killed or not be allowed to play chess. Whatever the punishment, would have been some punishment. And I remember when Mora Diabate first came to the U.S., he couldn't play. He was like on the same team with an Israeli player. If he got paired with him, he couldn't play him. But now he's not going back to Iran, so he can play Israeli players. But if he would have he can't go back to Iran if he plays an Israeli player.
Yeah.
So that happens. At the World Junior in 2011 in India, at the coaches, captains, players meeting, whatever you want to call it, the arbiter said, should we pair people who aren't allowed to play each other, or do we not pair them and change the pairings? And everybody agreed you have to pair them. And if the guy doesn't play, the guy doesn't play. It's sort of unfair to the guy. It's not really his decision. Because if he plays, he could be in trouble at home. Like his family or him, or they could ban him from chess. And it didn't happen in the tournament. Nobody got paired where they couldn't play each other. It happens at international level that some countries won't play other countries. The federation won't let you. And if you do, then you better not. So some tournaments, they don't pair them because they know that. And some they pair them anyway. And the guy just loses on forfeit. It used to be between like 1960 and 1990, Albania couldn't play Israel, the U.S., or Russia. If they got paired with them in an Olympiad, they forfeited all the boards. I don't think they do that now, but there was cases like that where just... So Fallujah couldn't play the Israeli player he's paired with, so he lost on forfeit. He didn't show up. So truth hurts. Yeah. Yeah, Dominguez just had to weigh. That's a FIDE rule. That wasn't because Cuba was mad at him. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for the raid, and thanks for everything, and so forth. I don't think I'm gonna stream tomorrow, but I changed my mind a lot. Anyway, on the streams that I've done from the hotel room here, I've shown all my games. So there you go. You want to say anything? All right. Happy Easter, everybody, and happy 420. Hey. It's Karen. Yay, Sharon is Karen. Don't go. I did everything already. So yeah. People are they're leaving in droves. Yeah. If he dies, he dies. That's right. What movie is that from?
I don't know.
Ugh. I have to think about the number. Hold on. I'm not going to look at the chat. I'm going to get it, too. I'm going to say Rocky 4. Is it 4? This guy says it's 4. It's not 1. 4. Yes, I was right. I figured out which Rock. No, I think it was 4. No, 3's Mr. T. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, 3's Mr. T. Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about this. This is very important. Okay. It's Rocky 4, right?
I don't know.
It's Rocky 4. Is it 3? Now I'm confused. 3 for sure? Why is everybody saying? Okay, now wait a minute. Is the one? He doesn't fight Drago when he fights Mr. T. You're saying he fought Drago then Mr. T? These people are like, it's definitely 3. It's definitely 4. And they're getting mad.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 4. He did Mr. T in 3, then 4 was Drago. By the way, this is a very serious thing, and probably Karen knows it. Probably. The world's leading authority on the Rocky movies. You know who it is? I'll pick him over anybody on earth. You do?
Mike Hummer.
No.
Ryan Chester.
No, you're close.
It's one of those
guys. Yeah. Ben Simon.
Oh.
Ben Simon, who does the videos at St. Louis. If you want to know anything about Rocky movies, like every second of every one, Ben Simon. Yeah, and I'm sure Kummer knows him too, but not like Ben Simon. God, Ben Simon's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so in Rocky 4, Drago fights a retired Carl Weathers. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, man, we don't want Carl Weathers in the movies anymore, so kill him. So he kills him in the ring, and it's not clear if he's dead. They're interviewing Drago, and Drago says, if he dies, he dies. And then Rocky has to fight him because, I don't know, Carl Weathers died. I don't know. There's nobody else to fight. So, yeah. And then Talia Shire, she's like, oh, you can't fight Drago, he'll kill you. Yeah. Yeah. They made fun of that in Family Guy. And then Chris and Stewie are like, man, they got better workout equipment than we do. That's pretty funny. Yeah. All right. Hulk Hogan is 3. Mr. T. Drago 4 is Drago. Yeah, that's right. Bruce Lee was in Rocky 3, right? God, horrible. Okay, so I missed the donation. I probably saw it, but I just didn't care. All right, how do I see donations? I gotta go to Streamlabs. How did I miss a donation? I don't even believe you. You're just lying. $10. Make you holla. By the way, there's a chess player named Al Chow. This is serious. He's a 2,400 player from Chicago. Now he's 2,200 because the truth hurts. He's serious that Bobby Fischer won the Cold War for the U.S. That's why we won the Cold War. It's like the Cold War ended because Fischer showed the Soviets can't play chess and so forth. All right, what did I miss? Let's see, recent events. I know you guys can see it, but I don't care. $10. Ask and ye shall receive. Heading 1, 2, 3. Man, I'm heading for trouble if they can see my Streamlabs. No, nothing. Yeah. You miss me and Karen for not streaming tomorrow. Karen might stream tomorrow. Wait, there's a noise. What the hell was that? Yeah. I got another noise. I don't know what it is.
I did hear something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm winning the tourney. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. Man, there's a huge lag between the donation and me seeing something. $9.99. R.A. Kelly 17617653. Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
Go R.A. Kelly. If I win my next 2 games tomorrow, which I'm not going to, I'll have 6-3 with no draws. That would be awesome. If you told me before the tournament I'm going 6-3 with no draws, I approve. Although I'll probably lose rating points because I'm paired down all 9 games.
If I could just win a game, if I could just win one game.
Yeah, I think I have 7 out of 7, but that's in some other universe where I have 7 out of 7. Yeah. All right. And then Karen and I are leaving back to Atlanta at 6 a.m. Monday. Wait, somebody, K.A. Brazel just subscribed. Thank you. Go Ben, but stay here. Yeah. I lost 100 viewers. Yeah, they're all smoking them up. Yeah. All right. And Karen has one last thing to say before I leave.